Ananya, please start the session.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this Ask Me Anything session today. As we all know, IIITH aims at a minimum intake of 25% of women through the JEE mode for the BTech in CSE and ECE programs at this college. Today, we have organized this AMA session with 4 women students of IIITH to tell us all about the programs, life on campus, and in and around Hyderabad, which is a very happening city. I would request all of you to put your questions in the chat, and we will get right to them after we have introduced all our panelists. So, hello everyone, I'm Ananya Sane. I have just finished my 3rd year in BTech in ECE, and I'm an honor student at the Robotics Research Center, and I'm working on computer vision. I joined IIIT Hyderabad specifically for the academic curriculum. The courses that we take are advanced and rigorous and span a broad spectrum of topics that allow us to see what we are interested in. And the depth that is offered in some of these courses is at the graduate level, if not, they are decently advanced. Another thing that really excited me about this college was our ability to participate in a very consequential fashion for towards in the research centers itself. And undergraduate research is something that is not offered in every single university. It was really exciting for me to have the opportunity to actually contribute to research at not only research centers but also in collaboration with big tech companies. Another thing that, and of course, coming to extracurriculars, I am part of our journalism club, which is Ping, which is an independent media body, and I also enjoy taking part in art society's activities. Now we have Kirti, who will introduce herself.
Hello everyone, I'm Kirti. I'm pursuing Electronics and Communication Engineering at IIIT Hyderabad. I just completed my 3rd year in BTech. I'm a part of the Apex body. So Apex body is a student-led body which will help you during your induction and will help you adjust to the campus life. I'm also the marketing head at Ping. So when I was going to choose my college, some of the factors that made IIIT Hyderabad stand out for me with the research. First was the research at IIIT Hyderabad. So I was always interested in research as a child. And IIIT Hyderabad, being a research institute with more than 30 research centers, stood out for me. And the other thing is the close proximity to the IT industry. IIIT Hyderabad is located in Gachibowli, right in the financial district beside the IT industry. And the third reason was because this is my hometown and I wanted to be close to my home. So these were some of the reasons that made me choose IIIT Hyderabad. And yes, the academics over here is well known. It is rigorous, yes, but it helps us grow in all the ways. And the campus life is also very beautiful over here. My hobbies include I love reading books, I love dancing, I'm into music, and I love playing sports absolutely. As for me, I'm really interested in data science and I would like to pursue a career in data science. I'm also an honors student doing research at Computer Systems Group Lab. Nikita, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you so much, Kirti. Hi all, this is Nikita. I have just completed my 2nd year at IIIT. I'm an CSE student doing honors in Sister Lab of here. My regular hobbies are just dancing and singing. So if you ask me why did I choose IIIT, one of my main reasons is acads, and not only academics. It encourages you in every aspect. I mean, to grow as a person and to develop your personality. Not only that, it gives you encouragement in extracurricular activities. Apart from that, you have many things to pursue here. It's a very good research oriented platform where you can know in which you are interested in. Um, and it has a very vast variety of culture and heritage is what I say. And being a second year CSC student, it was great journey in the college. And I mean, I have personally developed a lot, like developing leadership, teamwork, and coordination. And college has taught me to step out of my comfort zone and to be independent and to face many challenges. That's all I wanted to say. Ananya, can you introduce yourself, please?
Thank you, Nikita. Hello everyone, my name is Madhreddy Ananya and I'm a CSC student in IIIT Hyderabad. I'm studying in first year. Right now my first year is not yet done. And personally, I picked IIIT Hyderabad because of its wide opportunities which it provides in terms of academics. And as well as the environment in the college is also very good and very enthusiastic. And another aspect which excited me about joining IIIT Hyderabad is its location, which is in the center of the city at Gachibowli, which it helps us in exploring the outside world as well. Right now, in the college, like I'm enjoying my time a lot, like through the academics, and it's helping me in developing myself as an all-rounder, like going through the team projects as an individual. I'm improving myself a lot. And coming to my hobbies, like I'm very interested in dance. So we have a dance club in IIIT Hyderabad, which helps me in pursuing my hobbies too. And as for my future plans, right now I really don't have a particular future plan, but IIIT is exciting me in different fields. So let's see what interests me in the future. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for your introductions. We have our first question, which is how will life in IIIT be? This is a multifaceted question, so we all will try to answer it in as much depth as possible. Kirti, being a member of the Apex body, could you tell us about the social and the day-to-day life on campus?
So as a first year, when you'll be entering into the college, so Apex will be helping you adjust to the campus life. Apex is just one part of it, but like campus life at IIIT Hyderabad is going to be a really memorable one for you. The IIIT Hyderabad campus itself is very lush green, and it's like totally surrounded with nature. You're like even at IIIT Hyderabad, it's all you don't have any restrictions. Even for girls, you have like a 24/7 permission to go into campus and out the campus. You have a lot of freedom over here. And we have various clubs at IIIT Hyderabad which keep you engaged throughout the year. It's not just the academics at IIIT Hyderabad, but we have a lot of cultural fests or like cultural events going on throughout the year, starting from the freshers induction where you have the spotlight events and the freshers night to the felicity that is the main the annual event of IIIT Hyderabad. It's very happening at IIIT Hyderabad, and even you have a very good like seniors and juniors interaction going on. IIIT Hyderabad being like since we have like it's a very small community with a lot of alumni network, yeah, but the strength on campus being limited, you have a lot of you interact a lot with your seniors as well. So it's very well rounded life at IIIT Hyderabad. And Nikita, would you like to add something to it?
Yeah, and I would even like to add the environment here. It's not only the people and the place, it's even, I would say, the environment is so pleasant. That's the best thing I know about my college to tell at this point of time. The hostels, I know many of you will be having concerns about it, and let me tell you, they are examined so properly. And I mean, what would I say? The cleanliness is taken care of. The regular checking of water and all are done. You have, I mean, you have a wide range of facilities. Like you have basements for dance floors. You have a gym for women and whatnot. So I just wanted to add that point. Ananya, would you like to add something?
Yeah, even it's like it's not only environment as well as the freedom which the college provides us and the care which they takes us is also noticeable. Like we were allowed to go out at any point of time, and but at the same time they are even concerned about us, so they always note down like, oh, who's going in and who's going out, so everything is being recorded for your own safety. So that's one more point which I would like to add.
Yeah. So this is about the social and cultural aspects of like being a college student in IIIT Hyderabad. I see a few questions regarding academic rigor, and as Keerti and I stated, it is a rigorous curriculum. You will spend a lot of time outside of classes, working on assignments and projects and things. That is for sure. And yeah, it will take a significant amount of your time, but in terms of just managing all of that, all of the coursework that you get from all your courses, it will teach you a lot of things regarding time management and um, getting to understand how you work and how you can work well, and obviously to some degree how to work with friends and get your doubts clarified from professors and things like that. um, the next question is, may I know the advantages in joining IIIT Hyderabad over other colleges? uh, since you are in the first year, would you like to answer?
The main advantage which you see in IIIT Hyderabad is its curriculum and in terms of academics, because in most of other IIITs and IITs, the exact curriculum of CSC is going to start from the second year, but in IIIT it's going to start from right first year, and you'll be way more advanced from all the students from other colleges. And you will also be very well familiar with all the concepts, I mean like the AI and different aspects in the CSC itself, so you'll be able to apply for GSOC and where and various other intern programs, so it will help us out in like getting knowledge at a very young age.
Also, the courses offered over here are very project heavy. So it's not just that, like to pass the course, you just like, attend the classes, learn the concepts and write the exams and pass the course. So like over here, whatever you learn, you implement them practically. So almost all the courses have a project component, which has a huge weightage. And whatever you learn in the whole semester, you'll have to use it some or the other way in the projects. This helps you get a hands-on experience of what you're learning. So it's not just by hearting and just passing the courses, but you actually implement what you're learning right from the first year. So they like in first year you have the courses like DSA, and then second year you have the courses like DAS and CCIOT and very project heavy based courses. So these help us develop as an individual, and they help us learn not only about the academics but also they help us, they teach us about the teamwork, how to communicate and how to be organized, and they help us grow.
Another thing I would like to add is we have a really strong focus on research if you are interested in it, because the JE mode of admissions is for single degree programs. You can opt into the honors program, which would allow you to be associated with primarily one, but also work with other research centers in the college, of which we have several, as Kirti mentioned, and actually do real quality work, if that is what you're interested in. And at the undergraduate level in a single degree program, I think that is a huge advantage to have the option to do that. Another thing I would like to add is, because we finish our fundamental core courses so early on in the program within the first 2 years, the last 2 years are very elective based. So in the first 2 years, once you know what your interests primarily are, whether that be ECE or CSE, within those domains as well, you can pick and choose your electives to suit whatever profile you want to build, right? The other thing is, we also have humanities electives, and personally I enjoy the humanities. I like history, I like literature, even though I am primarily interested in having having a technical job and working in the technical field. So just to like get away from the monotony of technical courses, we have quality humanities courses that I have really enjoyed taking in college, and I look forward to taking them in the fourth year as well. How many hours of work in a week would you say you need to spend outside class on academic work? So essentially, aside from just attending classes, how many hours a week do you need to spend? Nikita?
Yes, so I think just revising the things that have been told in the class shouldn't take much time because most of the things are covered in the class, including the problems on the concept they have been told. And apart from that, assignments are given, which are given a good amount of time for you to understand the concept and apply. So I don't think more than 2 to 3 hours of work daily, apart from the classes, is required to complete the given work. If you are, if you pay attention in classes, I think 80% of the 80% of the work is done. So that's all.
Does anyone else have anything to add regarding projects?
Yeah, so you'll be having assignments and projects, but it all depends on how you manage your time. And like you'll be having for a few courses, you'll be having courses like assignments every week, and for a few courses, you'll be having assignments hardly once a month. So it will vary, but on a scale, it's as Nikita said.
Another thing is it also varies according to what point in the semester you are. Naturally, at the start of the semester, because things are just barely getting started for the first month, you won't have that much work. But towards the end of the semester, when you have a lot of submissions and everything like happens together, right? Assignments, submissions, project submissions, and you have to study for the NSEMs. So yeah, I think that is pretty normal though. Even in school, the workload does get distributed like that. So yeah, it will teach you how to manage your time and between like having fun with your friends and doing the work, but it's something that you can get used to. Next question. Does IIIT provide a forum for recruiters to visit the campus for internships and placements, or do students have to find this themselves? We do have a placement cell where the recruiters they handle things with the recruiters. um, yeah, I think we will have a few resources for that they can share. What would you say are the challenges you face as a student at IIIT Hyderabad? Ananya?
But the main challenge which I faced when I entered the college was like interacting with the people and getting adjusted to the environment because I've been at home like since 2 years, like because of the COVID throughout my JE time. So, but this challenge has been overcome because of my seniors who have helped me in just interacting with my co-mates by heading some kind of a normal say like normal sessions where we could interact with our UG1 batch. And at the same time, there is the challenge which I faced was the time management because there is always a little amount of work which you have to do every day. So in case we try to procrastinate that, then we always end up in falling into trouble. And that means that we just kept on piling up the load work and then we have to cry at the last. So in case we try to manage the time and at the same time like try to relieve your stress through enjoyment, then I guess everything would be fine and everything would be smooth going in the college.
The next question is, how is the environment in classes? I guess we could go into how the classes are structured in general. Nikita and Kirti, if you could take this up.
Yeah, so environment is like there are big classes and the professors are so cool. They're not like you have to, how would I say that? It's not like school environment, it's very friendly. They give you chance to ask your doubts, they give you opportunity to tell your points more clearly, and if you give them some, if you say I am not getting this topic or something, they even ask you to meet them in person, and they will take up the doubts, or they'll assign you some TA to explain you. uh, the environment in classes is not like so stressed out ki from start of the class to end of the class you'll be always teaching. In between, the professors interact with us, they try to know how are we feeling about the course, and they try to change the way they say. So I think that's the best part of the professors we have here, and that's all. Keep.
And we have this thing where we have like teaching assistants for each of the course. So if it's like if you don't understand anything in the class, you can always go ask your teaching assistants for the course to explain you something. And the teaching assistants not take tutorials that like to cover topics that are usually not covered in the classes. And like as Nikita said, professors are super friendly, and they like tell you, teach, try to give as much knowledge as possible. They always they tell us never to hesitate, to just ask anything. Although classes, like some classes are like, you have 250 people in the class, and some classes you have 40 people in the class, but you see that whatever is the class strength, you doubts are always clarified, and whatever is being taught, it's always clearly understood in the classes, and all the doubts are clarified by the faculty and the teaching assistants.
About just the structural way that the way classes are conducted, we follow a 6-day schedule, which means the only weekend we have is on Sunday. Saturday is also a working day. Most courses that you take will have 2 lectures every week. So that comes to roughly about 14 to 15 hours of class hours every single week. And the rest of the work that you do, apart from that, of course, counts as your homework and assignments and things like that. One thing that's different from school, and this is true for any college, is that you have to take initiative. The teacher is not going to run behind you to ensure that you've understood things. This is an important lesson to learn early on in college, that if you don't understand something, you are responsible for yourself, and you need to show interest and dedication towards solving like your problem. Obviously there are people to help you out, there are the TAs and the profs, but it is up to you to approach them and get your doubts cleared. The next question is ECE a good choice for girls? So Kirti and I will answer this. I would say, if you are interested in the field, obviously, um, it is a good choice, because we have very strong courses that like the basics are laid down really quickly within the first year, and then the advanced courses that we take in the EC side of things happen very early on in the second year. The projects that we do also are very interesting and very relevant. They are not token projects that you can, I don't know, just find on the internet. They actually make you learn and think about what you're solving, and they run throughout the semester. And because ECE is a field that integrates both hardware and software at this point, all of the projects that we have done have allowed us to have a hands-on experience with circuits, IoT, things like that, as well as writing the relevant software that you need to make these projects work. And to see something work before your eyes in hardware is a very rewarding feeling. And I will always speak highly of the projects that I have done in my electronics courses. So yeah, if this is something that interests you, then yes, do go ahead and join as an EC student. It does not, I mean, it's good for everybody, not just girls. If you are worried about things like I don't know, like in terms of the labs, right? It's ECE. It's not an electrical engineering program. It's electronics, right? So you'll be dealing more with things like Arduinos and small components, right? And it's very interesting. I found it very interesting, even though like starting out coming into college, I was not an avid electronics enthusiast, but I have really garnered an appreciation for the field since taking these courses. Kirti.
Yeah, I completely agree with Ananya on the point where she said about, seeing the hardware work in front of your eyes. So like it can be intimidating easy, like if you're not really interested in the field, but the basics are laid out really strongly from right from the first year. So it's like you know what you're tackling. So first you're introduced to the basics of all the circuits. So it's like to warm you up, firstly they introduce you to all the like networking signals and systems, which is nothing but a continuation of your 12th. And then you're introduced to the analog circuits and the VLSI circuit designs and all that slowly. So once, like, yeah, even during the analog electronics and circuits, or like that's the AEC course where we had thought about all the analog circuits that you will be dealing with in ECE. And the best part of this course is you have a lab associated with every week. So what do you learn in the course in that week? You will be doing same, you'll be implementing that exact hardware in the lab during that week. So let's say I learn about the common emitter amplifier this week. I'll be working it out on hardware the exact same week on Wednesday and Saturday. So this not only helped me understand what electronics, like what I was learning better, but like if you were to, in any normal college, they would just write on the board telling this is this component works like this. But when we were in the lab and when we had to tackle the problems over there, like, why is this resistor not the right value for this circuit? That gave us a deeper understanding about what we were actually learning and what significance it held in the real life. It's not only for that one course, but all the rest of the courses that the core courses that to places like that were offered in Triple IT Hyderabad, like even the VLSI course that we were taught about everything, like the industry, how the chips are made, how like even our faculty, the professors who taught us, they had experience. They were working in that field and they told us about their experience, the problems they face. So since they worked in that field, they knew exactly what they were teaching and what problems you could have faced. So it was all very smooth. So if you are interested in EC, yes, it's definitely a good choice. Even if you're not, even if you're intimidated by EC, you'll have a lot to learn over here. And the core courses are mandatory. After that, you get to choose your stream electives based on your stream, like the stream you're interested in. If you would if you are interested in the analog field, you have like the bioinstrumentation and devices, or into the bioelectronics, which like is an in-depth or like course which involves analog electronics and circuits. It actually helps you like in practice build what you use in the hospitals and all, like the ECG machine. So as a part of my EW1 project, I built an ECG machine, like to just measure your heartbeat. So this is all very interesting, and yes, it is worth it.
I hope that answers your questions. I see a lot of questions about cutoffs and things like that. So, to be eligible for the diversity pool of admissions, you have to fall in the top 1 percentile in the JE rank, as like the percentiles that are released, right? It is the top 1 percentile that is eligible for the diversity pool. Any further questions that you have regarding admissions in the diversity pool specifically, you can write to admissions.diversity@iit.ac.in. The link will be in the chat as well. So, next question is it tough to stay in hostels? Do you miss home? Ananya, would you like to answer this?
Well, it depends on from person to person, because like I'm a native of Hyderabad, so I could visit my home from time to time. But usually living the hostel will not make you feel lonely if you make good friends, because they are there for you all the time and you could spend a lot of good time with them. You can just explore the outside world, because I mentioned that the college location is in the center of the city, so you can visit various places, just chill out with them and come back. So that will be a good relief. So most of the times I usually don't miss my home, But in certain cases, like for the people who are staying far away from their home and does not have friends here, like they might feel a little homesickness. I guess that.
So I want to add to this. If somebody is feeling lonely or like they are not able to make friends or they don't feel to interact, there are always Apex sessions which are taken by the Apex members and mentors to make the juniors interact with each other, and they can even share their problems, like if they are facing any, like I'm not able to interact, I'm feeling a bit lonely or something. They can always contact the members and mentors at any point of time, even if they have a bit of low feeling or they need some help, even in the academics or non-academics or anything. Apex is always there to help, and it's obvious to miss home when you come first time to the hostel. Till the time you get adjusted, Apex will stand with you. So I guess
Yes,
in my
absolutely.
personal experience, Apex was very helpful for me to get adjusted. So by the time I go, I really don't miss my home that much.
Yes, Nikita, that's absolutely true. So Apex takes care, helps in conducting the induction, and it takes care of you for the first 1 month till you properly adjust into the campus. So Apex conducts these mentor meets where like each all of you are divided into different clusters. So you have the cluster meets throughout the first 2 to 3 months until you properly adjust and start with your academics. So these cluster meets help you bond with other people from your cluster. The cluster meets are especially meant for you to bond. Like you you will not even notice when the cluster people who you just meet once a day turn into your family. Like it just happens all the time. Even you have any problem or issue, you don't you're missing home at 3 o'clock in the night, 4 o'clock in the night. It doesn't matter. We're always like Apex is always there for you. So it's not Apex does not just handle these kind of things, but it also helps you whenever you require it. So in case you're not feeling well or you're missing home, we take care of you. You're not feeling well, we take you to the hospital. So for the first month, whatever it is, you can always approach the Apex.
And I would like to add, even till today, I contact my Apex members or mentors if I feel low, because they're not only for the first years, they are for second, third. Even if you go to the fourth year, maybe they may be your seniors, and they'll definitely help you. That's the best part of them.
I'd say as soon as you join college, uh, you will feel homesick because you've left your family at home. And I think the idea is to make your new family in college through friends, right? And to do that, you need to expose yourself to as many people as you can so that you can actually find the kind of people that you want to hang out with. And our college does provide a lot of opportunities for you to interact with as many people as you can, whether that is club inductions, which are conducted by every single club on campus, um, to introduce you not only to their activities but also to their members. So if there is any activity that you're interested in, do attend all of these sessions, because here is where you will meet people who like the same things that you like, and that is how friendships are made. To meet people who are not exactly like you will obviously have courses and you will be put in project groups with people. Apex does have these clusters, right, where you will be with the set of 15 people ish for a long time, and talking to them you might find similarities that you didn't know existed earlier. So um, just try to get out there, even if it feels uncomfortable for the first few months, I guess, till you found till you find your kind of people. And then yes, you will feel homesick in the start. I think that is natural, but once you found people in college, I, as someone who has just come back home after being in college for a semester, I miss college. So you'll get there soon too. Just like put yourself out there for for some time after you get to college, so that you can find your kind of people, is what I'd say. We have another question about clubs in campus. What are the active clubs that we have on our campus? So I'm personally part of two clubs, OSDG and Ping. like I said earlier, Ping is our journalism. It's an independent journalism body. So if you're interested in writing, if you're interested in journalism in any form, if you're interested in web dev for the website that we maintain, if you're interested in marketing and outreach in terms of garnering sponsors for our posts or anything of the sort, and obviously if you're interested in design, being a journalism body, we do put out magazines. So if you're interested in designing layouts and designing posters and things like that, we have, all clubs have design teams. So there is an outlet for all your creativity. The second club that I'm part of is OSDG, which is the Open Source Developers Group. If you guys are interested in open source and things like contributing, GSOC, like a lot of people must be, outreachy, things like that. And in general, to kind of highlight the importance of open source software and free software, we have OSDG, and I'm part of the design team over there as well. So yeah, those are the two clubs that I'm part of. You guys can share the clubs that you're part of and your experiences in them.
Okay, so I would say we have a very good dance crew. I mean, they are into many activities they are part of, and they have been participating in multiple, what do I say, competitions in different colleges as well. I mean, they are part of every event we conduct in the college. That's much good about dance crew. And you have a music club where you can explore music. You can, I mean, you can make bands and you can perform at all the fests and events we have at our college. And I would even try to add, as Ananya said, that we have art society as well. Art society also makes multiple arts. It creates beautiful art designs on the walls of the college. When you come and explore the college, you'll see many drawings at the walls of the college which are made by the art society, which is one of the most active club. That's all I have.
There are also literature clubs for all the literature enthusiasts over there. So we have a literary club, and not just that, we have a new fashion club on campus, which is not which is which was introduced this year. But yes, we do have a fashion club, and we have the clubs related to sports, like the ASEC, which deals with a lot of sports for all the sports enthusiasts. It conducts a lot of events on campus apart from the mandatory sports competitions and all. We have the ping, as Ananya told, we have a lot of clubs on campus, like the decor. It's not only the existing clubs, but if you are interested in something and would like to propose it, you can always come up to the SLC, which handles all the clubs and all the funding needed for clubs and all the issues related to it. So if you're genuinely interested in something and you want to propose it and take it forward, you can always approach them. You can propose your idea, and you can take initiative to start your own club. Like, let it be a cooking club. We once tried to start a drama club, but there were not many enthusiasts. But yes, you can always start your own club, and it's all your ground to explore. We have approximately 24 clubs in Triple IT Hyderabad. There's a link that talks about all the clubs present at Triple IT Hyderabad in the chat box. You could refer to it. It's an article written by our students in the Ping magazine about all the clubs at Triple IT Hyderabad.
Also, if you guys want to know more about college life and happenings in campus in general, I would recommend that you do look at the website, the Ping website, where we do report things that are happening in college and sometimes document just day-to-day lives of students. It's ping.tripleit. Or you can just search Ping Triple IT and it will show up. That was one place that I did look extensively when I was looking at what life is like in this college. And it's a really well, some of the articles are really, really nice. And that was one of the things that motivated me to join Ping. And yeah, there are a lot of cool people here. Other clubs that we might not necessarily be part of, but also are very active in campus are we have the music club, which conducts several events throughout the year, 3 to 4 events. Whether you already play an instrument or are interested in learning an instrument, there are instruments available in campus. You can bring your own. There are people who've made their best friends just by performing with each other several times a year in the music club. And yeah, you can look at all of these. All the clubs that I'm mentioning have their own Instagram pages. You can look at those as well. There's the music club. There's also the astronomy club, which regularly holds sightings for major astronomical events that happen. They have their own telescope, and they, I think, do an outing also once in a semester where they go off to a far off location and do stargazing. So yeah, we have a lot of clubs on campus. You are sure to find something that you like, and of course, if there's something that you want to try that you've never done before, everyone is really welcoming as well. So yeah.
And like I can see another question, do you have time for the club activities? Yes, of course we do have time. It's only some 3-4 hours of academics apart from the classes, and the other time we are left, we give our time into the clubs. We try to participate in their events is one thing, and we try to organize events from the side of the club. Anything you guys want to add to this?
And I would like to add, like, there are two other clubs, which is the programming club and the hacking club, which I attended like many events of them. So in case you're not interested in any one of the foreign clubs, so that means that you can just focus on your career in the further. So you can just pick these two clubs, the programming and the hacking club, which holds events like very regularly. Like we have the SLQ injection, like which was held yesterday itself. And they held the events even during the Felicity also, because Felicity is a techno-cultural fest, so which helps both the programmers as well as the people who wants to enjoy in other aspects too.
Okay. In terms of sports, we do have several sports available. We have open badminton courts. We have a football ground where people play, where you can play football. You can play cricket, and there are TT tables. There is a well-equipped gym that we have. There is a separate girls' gym as well, within the girls' hostel for you to exercise in if you want to. People regularly jog around campus as well. So because as part of your curriculum, you will have a few compulsory sports credits, so you will have the opportunity to try out various different sports during this time. And the institute also organizes various inter-house and inter-batch sports competitions where you can participate and play. So
And girls have a separate badminton court inside the hostel as well. And apart from this, even you have martial arts kind of thing where you can learn if you are interested.
for questions regarding the board mode of admissions, you can write to ugadmissions at tripleit.ac.in. I'm sure the link will be up. And
And the
yeah.
link to the board's admission page is in the chat if anyone wants to refer to it.
Is it mandatory to stay in the hostel? Yes. Even if you are local to Hyderabad, you will be required to stay in the hostel. You can visit home whenever you want, obviously, but you are expected to stay in the hostel. There are no day scholars in our college, at the undergraduate level at least. What are the opportunities for ECE during and after 4 years? So, in terms of coursework, like E.T. said, we do almost every single course that you do will involve a major project, right? And these are big projects that you can put on your profile for or on your resume for whatever other applications that you want. Um, there, after 4 years, you can obviously apply for a job within ECE, like in the hardware field, within electronics or electrical engineering. And of course, depending if that is your interest, then a lot of people do actually apply for software and CS jobs as well. The other route, obviously, being higher education. Again, you can work with professors to build your profile in the research domain so that you can apply for masters or further education within India or abroad. And I believe the ECE and CSE BTech programs also have the option for you to convert your degree to a dual degree, so that you would stay like a year longer and you would also graduate with an MS along with your BTech. So you can convert your degree to a dual degree if you find that research is something that greatly interests you, or you are working on a problem that you would like to see through to completion with a master's. Anyone else, if you want to add anything? Okay, the next question is about the coding culture in our college. I think the coding culture is something that's pretty famous. Ananya, would you like to take this up?
Yeah. So right from the beginning of the first year, you will be into coding. Like first, they are going to teach you C, and then they are going to like DSA. We have the other courses which involves a lot of coding. And there are even other courses like DSM, which involves coding of Arduino, which clearly resembles that there's no much difference between EC and CSC in the first year. So the coding culture is approximately similar to the one in the IIT Bombay. That means that they're going to start coding right from the first year. And you are even given a lot of opportunities and even the hackathon projects where you can go and participate in case you're very good at coding. That's it, I guess. Nikita, would you like to add something?
Yeah, and the coding culture is so rich in our campus that they have represented our college in ICPC in the international level. I guess that's it.
Yeah, I guess except for 1 year, Triple IT Hyderabad was always into the global the ICPC, which is really very famous in the coding culture. Like in the world of coding, it's like very famous. And Triple IT Hyderabad has always been in the top of it. Like as an Ananya and Nikita told, even we start DSA right from the first year, which as a lot of you know are very important basics for anyone looking to enter into the computers or like the software side. So DSA is something you really need it with the soft like when you try to enter to the software side. And these basics are inculcated into Triple ID Hyderabad students right from the first year. So this helps us get look for internship opportunities off campus. Like because we have already been taught DSC and we are strong at it right from the first year, we can try to look out for internships even in the second year as well off campus. This helps us a long way.
The next question is about the messes and the food offered on campus. So we have 4 messes on our campus. One of them serves non-veg um, on specific days of the week. There's another one that serves gen food and generally healthier food options. The other two are North Mess and South Mess, which generally cater to cuisines of North and South India, respectively. I would say, I mean, we all know that hostel food is not going to be like the food that you eat at home. But um, in terms of hostel food, I think it's pretty good compared to what I've heard from my friends from other colleges and things. Just even if it's just in terms of the variety that we are offered, and you are allowed to pick any mess for every single meal. So I could have the 3 meals of my day from 3 different messes. Apart from the meals themselves, you are also offered snacks around like 5 p.m., which you can get at really nominal prices. So yeah, the food is decently hygienic, nutritious, especially in the mess in Yuktahar. And yeah, so like keep your expectations to the standard of mess food, but it is like for mess food, it is really good food, is what I'd say. Um, and for those of you who like non-vegetarian food, you will find that as well. Apart from that, we have 3 canteens on campus, where you can get your regular supply of juices and chips, and we also have really good dosas, idlis, snacks like puffs, samosas, fresh fruit juices. I think in terms of food, we're very well stocked with both within campus, and as our location in central Hyderabad allows us to have access to like a really good range of eateries where you can order off of Swiggy or Zomato or wherever. And we're also located within very close range of good eateries that you can go out in the evening or whenever, and for food with your friends. So I think food is not something you need to worry about when you come here in terms of options and quality, both. Yeah. If anyone else wants to add anything.
The fit here is like really great. Like talking to other people, like even talking to the people in beds. I've eaten food even in beds, so I can guarantee that the food at Triple Hyderabad is much better in terms of taste and hygiene as well. So yes, we do have four messes. One is the South mess, and the South mess food is like really homely food. And anyone from South India eating the South mess food would agree with me. The even the non-vegetarian for all the non-veg lovers or like people who are used to eating non-veg every day, you're served an egg or an omelette every day in the kadam mess. And the best part is so you kadam mess only serves non-veg, so non-veg is served only in the kadam mess, and south mess and north mess don't serve non-veg. So some people do not like eating in the same messes where there's non-veg, so you always have the other three messes to go for. And even you have chicken biryani served on Wednesdays and Sundays, and chicken curries and egg burji served on Thursdays, Fridays, and Mondays. So if you're a foodie, Triple IT Hyderabad is one of the best choices.
And let me tell you, Kadam Biryani has the longest line I have ever seen in the mess.
We have one question about attendance requirement. Every course that you take, unless otherwise specified by the professor who's taking the course, it does have a minimum 85% attendance, which roughly translates to you are allowed to miss four classes of a given course throughout the course of the semester. If you miss more than four classes, then you will suffer a drop in grade. Um, can ECE students have coding classes? So in the first year, um, both ECE and CSE students take these two courses are compulsory, which is computer programming, which teaches you the very basics of coding and what it actually is, and object oriented programming and things like that. You will code mostly in C, and this basically lays the groundwork for someone who has never done any kind of coding before. And it's a great introductory course. It's very in depth, and it's very, very beginner friendly. You're not expected to know anything when you turn up for this course. That is how it is designed. The second course is DSA, which is offered in our college, and it's a very popular course. It's a very important course. So regardless of what your interests are, whether you're interested in core ECE or if you're interested in CSE, it's a very important course to take today, because um, it teaches you all the algorithms that form the baselines for all the technologies that we use today. And it's a great course, and it will, for the most part, just these two courses will lay the groundwork for anything that you want to do in computer science going forward. And yeah, so these are the two main coding courses that are taken, and everything else is built on top of this. Those courses that you can take based on your interest and the time commitments that you want. I hope that answers the question. If anyone else has anything else to add. Another question about our library facilities. Kirti, would you like to take this?
Yeah, Yes, so we have a very huge library. Okay, so we have a library. We have a really good library which has all like it keeps updating itself every day. So whenever there's something new that comes in the market, be it related to the courses or be it related to fiction or any other non-course work related literature work. So everything is updated in the library on a very timely basis. And we also have a portal like that, like the library portal on which you can check the availability of a book. So if there is a book, like you can first log into the IIT library portal, check for it, and like get the background about it. Not only that, you will even have the reading facility at the library. So during exams, you just normally find that the library is like completely occupied. So it's a very pleasant place to study, not only during the exams, but also like the free time. But during exams, especially, you see that it's a very, very nice environment to just prepare for your finals or be it your mid semesters. It is equipped with AC, it has Wi-Fi connection, it has charging ports, it has everything you can ask from the library, and it has a lot of peacefulness to just go and do your projects over there or read for your exams. Not only that, but we have all the like even the course instructors. They ask us to go refer to books in library for the courses, so this way, like at least after COVID, most of us have turned to PDFs for the coursework. But like our course professors, some of them they refer us to go take a hard copy and read from the library. So I think our library is one of a kind. It's really good. If
And
anyone would
not
like to add
only
anything to it.
and not only the courses related books, you can even find some good books. Like I have found Harry Potter series in the library to study, like when I have holidays and I have some less work to do and all. I really look up into library to study such things.
Like Nikita said, there are a lot of books apart from just the course related books as well that you can read, fiction, non-fiction, on topics like philosophy and again the humanities. So if there is a topic that you want to study in depth outside of your coursework, there is a lot to see in the library. There are books in regional languages as well, if that is something that you are interested in. Oh, regarding languages, we have another question. Is there any language problem in campus, or are we free to use our language? So, because our college is a national level institute, we have people from all over the country coming to study here. Um, so yeah, if it is about like speaking in your mother tongue or a language that you're familiar with, you are sure to find somebody who also speaks your language, so you can speak with them. Um, we have obviously huge communities from the metros, but in terms of states as well, we have lots of people from all the states that you can think of in India. And we do cultural events that are based on states. So there are celebrations for Onam. Um, there is a Ganpati festival that the students of this region organize every year. Um, so yeah, you will find a regional community as well in college for the most part. If you mean in terms of restrictions on language in courses themselves, all courses are delivered in English. But of course, if there's something that you don't understand or anything like that, then there will be TAs who can help you out to explain it in more detail or things like that. So yeah, personally, I have found people who speak my mother tongue in campus more than I ever did living away from it. So yeah.
I think we can take up the question about the cleanliness on campus and we can talk about the hostels and all. So, like hostel rooms are cleaned twice per week in the girls' hostel, as far as I know. And the washrooms and all, which are like non-attached, We have like 5 eating stalls, and like the washrooms are cleaned every day, and all the floors are mopped and cleaned every day by the cleaning staff who are super friendly. And our rooms are cleaned twice a week, so it helps us maintain a really hygiene environment. And even the water coolers and all, they're being checked and monitored twice a day. So every day morning, like the water coolers, or like yeah, the water coolers through which we get the drinking water, they are monitored by the security guard at the camp, like for every hostel, to check the hygiene of the water coolers. So yes, we live in a very hygiene environment, and the hostel rooms are always very cleanly maintained. If any one of you would like to add something to this, you can.
Just about the specifics of the hostel. For the first 3 years of your time in college, you will be living in um, a dual sharing room. Basically, you will have one roommate, and in the fourth year, you will have your own room, basically single rooms. And again, like Kirti said, the rooms are really well maintained. There is very thorough cleaning done at least once a week, where they dust the fans, dust in the corners, and they sweep and mop the floors for you. Um, and the washrooms, we have clean bath stalls, we have hot running water for like in the buckets, we have showers that do not have hot water as of yet. Three western toilets and three Indian toilets per floor of the hostel itself. And because they are cleaned every single day, they are very hygienic, very clean toilets, and washrooms, and that's not something that we need to worry about. The hostels themselves get a lot of natural light, um, are very safe. There are bars on the windows. There's a guard at the entrance of every hostel and a camera installed to like keep monitor everyone who's coming in and out of the hostel. Our hostels do not allow cross entry. Basically, girls are not allowed into the boys' hostels, and the other way around as well. But we have a lot of co-working spaces where you can like work with your guy friends, and guys can work with their women friends in the library. And we have workspaces as well where you can do your group projects and hang out together and things like that.
Yeah, we also have the Arogya, which is the medical facility at the college for any just like health related issues that come up unexpectedly. You have a fever, you go to Arogya, they give you medicines. You have like a sprain in the ankle, you can go to Arogya, and you always have a consulting doctor over there present who can always treat you. So for any medical emergencies, Arogya, we have Arogya, which is the health facility, and we also have 4 canteens apart from the 4 messes where you can enjoy your snacks or like morning breaks. Like right after classes, I normally usually go to VC, that's the Vindhya canteen, to just have some juices and stuff. So if you don't like the food in messes, you can always go to the 4 canteens. And you also have DLF, which is very close to just like walking distance from Triple IT Hyderabad, in case you would like to try eat something different from what is in the messes.
Do any of you want to add anything else that we might have missed out in the session? Ananya, Nikita.
Nothing, pretty much is all covered, and I just wanted to say we have very good workspaces and there is a good reading room with which provide you a very good platform for the co-working spaces that Ananya said. Uh, we have done many art team projects in the workspaces, and I guess it's the good place to work. And many people in the first year mainly are encouraged to use the workspaces so as to interact with the people around them so they can feel comfortable and find the people like them.
So for any other queries, you can always mail to ugadmissions at the rate tripleit.ec.in. Even though the email ID has been already mentioned in the chat.
queries regarding the diversity admission specifically, you can write to admissions.diversity@iit.ac.in. And we hope that this session has been informative for you to make your decision about the college that you want to join. And all the best to all of you, and thank you for attending our session.